Hello, how you doing? I'm going to talk to you today about the Ozempic Face. Now, this chemical Ozempic comes from the venom of the Gila monster. The Gila monster is a lizard. I think that is how it's pronounced, either Gila or Gila. I don't know. It's a lizard. It comes from the venom of a lizard. Now, let me tell you something about lizards and snakes. They may go weeks without eating. Okay, so that's why people are losing weight, because they're not particularly good hunters. So a python can swallow a deer and it won't eat again for 2 more months because it takes that long to digest. Now, see, that works for animals, but it doesn't work for us, for human beings. Okay, so I think that's why there's all this paralysis in the stomach. I mean, their stomach is paralyzed, but that's okay. They're animals. Okay, a lot of snakes, they will eat a rabbit or a squirrel and they won't eat again for like 8 weeks or even 4 weeks. I know a python is like that. It won't eat for 2 months after it swallows a deer or a human. Okay, so this Ozempic is made from the venom of a Gila monster. So they're using the DNA of a lizard and putting that into a human being. There's a doctor on YouTube who says he has the Ozempic face, the wasting away. And I can see why people don't eat for long periods of time because that's what God programmed the lizards not to eat for a long time, to just swallow a deer or swallow a rabbit and don't eat for a month. That's what their stomachs are God programmed them to do that. But what we're doing is mixing the DNA of a lizard and a human. I have never understood what people say when they say the days of Noah are here. I've never quite understood that. What happened? Now, the days of Noah, it wasn't like 14 days. That's not what God means. The days of Noah could have been 1,000, could have been 4,000 years. He's saying this is what happened in his generation. Okay, what happened? There were giants on the earth. Okay, and now there are giants. The Bigfoot is a giant. The dog man is a giant. There are giants that people have seen face to face. The giants are coming from their dimension to the earth. Okay, there's still giants. A lot of giants all over the earth. The giants on the earth. There's still giants. What else were they doing in the days of Noah? They were mixing humans and animals. If you look at the ancient writings, you'll see a creature with the body of a horse, face of a man, and the wings of an eagle. What the ancient people are saying, this is what we see every day. The angels, the fallen angels, were teaching mankind how to mix DNA of a human with DNA of an animal. That's what you see in the Egyptian writings, when you see that alligator face and a human body. Okay. So that's what's going on now. They're mixing the DNA of a lizard and putting it in humans. And so what you're seeing is people literally turn into a cross between a human and a lizard. That's what you're seeing right now with this Ozempic. People literally turn it into lizards. I know that this is the days of Noah, but I've never quite understood it when people say that these are the days of Noah. I've never quite understood it. But I see, we're mixing animal and animal. We're mixing the tiger with a lion. They're mixing a whale with a dolphin, a wolfen or something. They're mixing a zebra with a horse, a zorse, a liger, lion and a tiger. They're mixing birds, and that's not supposed to happen. That's not how God ordained it. And so now they're taking the DNA of a lizard and putting it in humans. Now, that's you making a hybrid right there. What you're seeing is people turning into a lizard. And what about when people have a pig's heart? When they have heart issues, they put a pig's heart in there. You have the DNA of a pig, whether you want to admit it or not. You're turning yourself into a pig. You have ceased to be 100% human. You have ceased to be human. If you're mixing your DNA with that of a pig, what you're seeing when people have this Ozempic face is people turning into a lizard right before your very eyes. A doctor on YouTube said he has an Ozempic face. Okay, he took his Ozempic. Okay, he has the Ozempic face because what's the truth? He has the same disorder that the 600-pound people have. The same disorder. I probably have the same disorder. I have to persuade myself not to eat this and not to eat that. I have to persuade myself that just about every day. I'm always hungry. Why? Because there was never any food in the house when I was growing up. So it affected me psychologically, physically, mentally, everything. So I'm always hungry. I always have a hunger reflex. Always. So what I have to do, I have to ask myself, do I want a fast food lunch? No, because that's not going to help my body. I wrestle with that every day, every minute. Should I go get a Happy Meal? And no, because that's not going to help my body. So rather than get a Happy Meal, I eat nuts. But I have to wrestle with that because I probably went on I left at home at 17. I left home at 17. So from 0 to 17, that's a fast. I was on the fast. That's probably a 17-year fast, the longest fast in human history. 17 years. Because there was never any food in the house. And that changed my DNA. It affected me physically, psychologically, mentally. That's why I am always hungry. I always have a hunger reflex. I always have it. And I just have to train myself to just eat certain foods. Whether I'm hungry or not, I have to train myself to do that. But see, what you're seeing now with this Ozempic face and people's stomach getting paralyzed, so therefore, stuff is coming out of all ends. They're coming out of the stomach, coming out of the mouth, coming out of the stomach. That's what a lizard does. A venom paralyzes people. That's what God designed it to do. God designed the lizard to paralyze other animals so they could eat it. And it paralyzes the lizard's stomach. But we don't need that in our body. So what you're seeing with this Ozempic face, look, first of all, overeating is a disorder. I have a disorder. But like I said, I have to train myself every minute of the day to not eat certain foods. But see, what you're seeing now with this Ozempic face is people literally turning into lizard. They had turned themselves into a human lizard hybrid. That's what you're seeing. Of course, we are in the days of Noah. They have already made it, a lion and a tiger and a zebra and a horse and bird, a wolf and a dale, etc. All kinds of birds, etc., etc. We've been living the days of Noah for a long time. And so when people get a pig's heart, they part pig, whether they want to admit it or not. So what you're seeing is people turning themselves into a lizard. A Ozempic face, that's what happens when people turn themselves into a lizard, a human lizard hybrid. You're seeing this right before your very eyes. The days of Noah. Bye.